Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was just going to do a quick check-in with the Twin Flame Collective here. It's kind of like a Divine Masculine reading, but also just kind of the overall energies of the connection because there's a lot of feminine coming up here. I'm wearing bracelets from Rising Sun Oracle. She's now on YouTube, but you could also find her on Etsy and or you guys can follow me on my Instagram. Sister Moon Tarot is just my Instagram name, all right? And I just post a lot and I tag her. So I'm wearing a black obsidian and then this special one she made with Holly Golightly from Broadway Comic. I can't remember the name, but anyways, this was a custom one. All right, so this is a beautiful reading, amazing. A lot of big shifts happening. To be honest, I didn't even know it was the full moon this week. I know things have just been really intense, but this makes sense. And then I pulled lunar cycles. So we've got a lot of spiritual stuff happening between connecting with the cycles of the moon, messages from spirit with divine downloads, signs, crossroads, which is also like divine downloads, confusion, purpose, divine guidance, a lot of spiritual stuff going on here. We have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Okay, and then we have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling, which is all about your path and your mission and, you know, your divinely guided things that you're supposed to accomplish. All right. So the first card I pulled with, I don't know why I moved the camera like this. I'm going to actually pull it up with what the masculine wants to say to you is I look at your picture more often than I would like to admit to myself. Deep down, I know I ruined this and I have realized a lot of truth about myself through this separation. Okay. So the masculine in your time apart, I posted on my Instagram the other day, the work with twin flames is done in the separation. It's done in the time apart. So whenever you feel like things aren't progressing, it's actually progressing the most in the separation. And then look at this. I pulled separated, okay? So they think I'm whole, but they don't know from true love I chose to run. I'm afraid we'll never have our moment under this glorious sun. But this separation is what has taught the masculine things, is what has given him the divine downloads, what has illuminated a lot about himself and the connection. So it's only when you remove your energy from the masculine that he realizes that he misses you. What the contrast, Abraham Hicks talks about contrast. Only in contrast will we know. The contrast of what it's like to have you versus not have you. And that's when he realizes, you know, your effect on him and the things you've said, you know, play over and over in his mind again as well in the separation. Timing is everything. This I know. I didn't take the opportunity when it was my love I should have shown. So he might feel regret about the time that he had that he could have, you know, given you. And now in separation, he's thinking about that a lot. We do have karmic person. So I do feel that there's a karmic energy still around him preventing this union. Okay. But he might be getting divine downloads about the karmic person, just about like maybe he's been lost and confused and felt like this isn't going anywhere. So I feel like he's having to, there's light being shed on that. Four of Cups, I hate when this comes up because I feel this is sort of like the rejection card. But this is also the card of like there's an Ace of Cups being offered, which I feel was the feminine. And the masculine was too caught up in his own little like fairy tale land or the things he was focused on or wallowing that he couldn't see. But this is a very different Four of Cups. I feel there's an illumination on when he rejected the feminine and like he's starting to understand and she's starting to understand why this all had to happen. All right. So I did a poll on my Instagram and I pulled the card Go Slow, and then I got Knight of Pentacles, which is all about going slow. I feel there's an energy right now with the full moon where there is a rebuilding of this connection slowly but surely, okay? You guys may be in communication, you may not, but either way, you're building something, you're building it very slow. This is a Virgo energy, but the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight, and it's also investing the energy and putting the energy in, which is also what we got with Seven of Pentacles. So I do feel like the masculine wants to start putting his energy in. He wants to start investing more in this dynamic. He wants to start working towards a more positive outcome with this. And then I got Wheel of Fortune, which we do have the Sagittarius full moon coming up, and this is Sagittarius energy, but this is also fate changes, could be like erratic changes, just a lot of like, unexpected changes happening with this connection. So things might be going slow and then suddenly change. That's kind of the feeling I get with this. there's a Four of Pentacles here, which is, you know, I feel like people still wanting to hold on to old ways, wanting to still keep their energy tight and not open. But I feel there's a lot of changes happening, and that could suddenly change too. But the other message I'm getting is that the feminine really has to stick to her guns of her mission, of her strength, focusing on herself and what her calling is and what she's supposed to be doing. And if the universe feels that if the masculine comes forward, it will interrupt that, union will be denied, because ultimately the point of this journey is not to get together in union. It is to be able to help other people along the way, to raise the vibration of the collective. So you have a path that's divinely orchestrated, and you must always be adhering to that above all else, and being this independent woman that, you know, you can rely on yourself, and you have that strength, and you don't have any codependency. You don't need anyone to define you or to dictate your path. And then I do have here, there's a lot of desire, which of course everyone always likes to hear, but it's just crazy because we did have that the masculine's looking at your picture. The way your curves fit with my body is divine perfection. I just want us to be naked as one. I so desperately want to talk to you, but I don't know what to say after ghosting you for so long. My insecurities have held me back from coming towards you. I'm fighting my battles with my self-esteem. So the masculine still has this major self-esteem hurdle to overcome, but he's craving the feminine. He, you know, he could be looking at your pictures, looking at your curves, remembering in this time what it was like to have you by his side. And I do feel like he physically craves the feminine, but this is a deeper thing. It's because there's something about her physical presence that soothes him. He sees that the feminine has overcome a lot of like what he's put her through. And this could also be like a Queen of Swords type energy where, you know, he may feel like she even cut him off at this point. But I feel there's a lot of changes happening. Like I said, if you're having dreams about things, these are divine downloads. If you're seeing certain numbers, I saw 222 twice yesterday, like on random things. So these are downloads. That 222 is all about partnership, okay? But I do feel like the full moon, we have the lunar cycles and Wheel of Fortune, which is the full moon in Sagittarius, is going to be bring about a lot of unexpected exciting changes, okay? So I feel like where there was sort of like the stubborn energy where things couldn't like move, it was like pushing up against the wall. I do feel like there's going to be a dissipation of some of that. Just keep trusting your signs, stay on your path, know that your masculine is thinking about you, and that the separation is not necessarily a bad thing. It gives people more time to really realize things and what's going on here, right? And know that in this time, the masculine is still looking up, you know, looking you up, looking at your pictures, wanting to stay connected to you as like much as possible without ruining whatever, you know, awakening he's supposed to be having in your separation, okay? So that's your guys' update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy hump day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.